I lost 160 pounds in less than a year. I went from this to this. This journey has been filled with ups and downs. I'm sure doctors would agree with the overall outcome being good, maybe just not how exactly I got there. Let's talk about why this worked for me and why I very much can't recommend that you do it as well. So Saturday, May 4th, 2024, I weighed in at my heaviest at 350 pounds, and that's just wild. And really not just May 4th, obviously, many days before that as well. That just happened to be the day that I had enough. Let's talk about why. A lot of people lose dramatic amounts of weight for many different reasons. For me, it was an absolute must. You see, I'm a truck driver, at least for right now, and the government makes it so that you need to be medically cleared in order to drive in interstate commerce. It's known as a FedMed card. And one of the things that they check when you're at the doctor's office, getting your FedMed taken, along with your eyesight and making sure that you know what the difference between red, yellow, and green is your blood pressure. When the nurse took my blood pressure, it was 180 over 145. And if you don't know, that's not good. The nurse's actual response when she took my blood pressure was, whoa. And that's just never good to hear. And see, I'm not exactly an educated man, and I don't have a lot of marketable skills. So when a doctor threatens to take my good paying job away, I listened. Of course, this wasn't the only reason, but it helps to have something to run towards as well as to have something to run away from. I'm not really keen on the whole idea of having a stroke. I just don't really think that that's for me. You see, I've always been bigger in some way, about as early as I can remember anyway. Not necessarily in a life debilitating kind of way, but definitely in a, hey, nice man boobs kind of way. No, I really like swimming with my t-shirt on kind of way. And it never really felt like I could do anything about it. I just really enjoyed eating food because, well, who doesn't? So as much as I wanted to do something about it, I always wanted the easier path more because it's easier. I'm not sure where I heard it, but I lived my life like I was going to get a new body halfway through is something that I think about a lot. I lived my life in a way where I didn't think my particular actions were going to have consequences. They did. And I stopped drinking for about a year, about a solid year. I was sober before I decided that food was also something that absolutely needed to be addressed and changed. But you didn't really come here for me to talk about substance abuse, unless you consider ice cream and donuts substances, and I don't. But we can always talk about that another time. So let's talk about how I actually lost the weight, what I did, what diet, was it paleo, keto, things like that. And it wasn't any particular diet as far as food, what I could, what I couldn't eat. I've done keto in the past and things like that. It didn't really do anything for me. I utilized intermittent fasting as a powerful tool. See, because it's actually impossible to be overweight if you just stop eating altogether. Now, before you jump into the comments and try grandstanding on the starving yourself is bad for you, that's unhealthy eating, fasting isn't good, let me just remind you that I'm not finished telling you what kind of intermittent fasting I did. I did 23 5-day fasts, no food for 120 hours straight, Wednesday through Sunday, followed by 2 days of eating on Monday and Tuesday. Back to back, no breaks, no stopping. 23 weeks in a row. Okay, now you can go to the comment section and tell me how terrible it is. And overall, I agree with you. Probably not the best idea, but it does absolutely work, and it works very, very well. I averaged over 10 pounds of weight loss in that 5-day period, and then I'd put about 3 pounds back on in the 2 days that I ate. For a weekly average loss of about 7 pounds for the 23 weeks in a row. And in those 23 weeks, I lost right around 160 pounds, going from 350 at my heaviest to 180 at my lowest. I am not at 180 currently. I'm a lot more around 190, 195, somewhere in there, as now I'm trying to be more on. I'm trying to change the way my body looks with putting on a little bit more muscle. Things like I did so many mini challenges inside of this last year, all while doing the fasting, from running a 5K every day for 90 days to 30 days of yoga every day, walking 15,000 steps a day, to drinking a gallon of water every day for a month. If there's a trendy YouTube fitness challenge, I probably tried it at some point during all of this. And why do all of it? Why do all the little challenges inside of the year? To keep myself on track and to have smaller goals in front of me. That way I'm not 2 weeks into a 2-year transformation. I'm 15 days into a 30-day challenge. It makes it a lot more manageable, digestible. It makes it so that even if I give up I'm 27 days into doing yoga and I go, man, this yoga sucks. It's just not for me. I'm still too big for it. I'm still not flexible enough for it. At least I'm not giving up on the bigger goal at hand, which is still remaining. It's a lot easier for me. And I gotta say, overall, it worked. I'm still getting used to it. I still very much think, feel, and sometimes act like someone who's much heavier. You know that statistic about some number of people after losing a large amount of weight, they will regain it all back. I'm convinced that that is people who don't find a way to truly identify with being smaller. And of course, I don't know that. I'm still just trying to find my way. All I do know is that I can't gain weight. My blood pressure now is perfect, by the way. Solid 115 over 75. So I do understand that I will forever be a work in progress. That's always something that I'm going to have to pay attention to. I can't just intuitively eat, because when I intuitively eat, 500 pounds. I will intuitively eat all of it. So it's important for me to just always pay attention to it, always have it in the back of my mind that it's not something that I can just let go. It's not something that I can just not pay attention to. I have to. Otherwise, I will gain weight forever. If you've made it this far, thanks. This video isn't easy, or really wasn't easy to put together. This is just a chapter of a much larger story. And if you're interested in being here for the next one, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell notification, all of that, so you can be here. All right? Later.